Hello, everybody. Welcome to Midnight Monday in the Midnight World. I am your director, Gavin, and host of the Midnight World, and we are joined here by, some folks who were here last week for the first game of our Midnight in the Ice Age, and the creator of the game, my brother James, playing a kind of a guest character this evening. So I'm going to turn it over to James, let him introduce himself really fast.
Well, first of all, I'm the co-creator, but I appreciate the praise. My name is James. I am the co-creator and lead developer of the Midnight Worlds. I brought Gavin on board probably about a year and a half ago, just because he rewrote the game better, and we felt like we had to hire him. I'm a combat veteran with PTSD. It's part of the reason that I developed this game, and this is the 5th time I've ever gotten to play it. So, in 7 years.
Yeah. It's a and I told him I think it's the 3rd time I've run him, so I guess I'm his director at this point. But anyway, unfortunately, Raven and Reed were not able to join us this week, so we're going to be basically keeping their characters around in case they come back for next week's session to finish it out, but leaving them sort of in the background as NPCs with warm bodies, if you will. Anyone who's worked in retail knows what I'm talking about. So, also joining us again, we have Pixie playing Jast, and Unstable Dragon playing Ung or Ong, depending on whether you are Northern Caveman or Southern Caveman, I suppose.
Yes, Ong play drums.
Okay. So a recap for those that were not with us last week. We are playing, just to get the ball rolling here. We are playing in the Ice Age. This is basically going over some of the first times that humankind has run into beings from beyond the Veil. That'd be the Twilight Veil of the Midnight World, where great beyonders meddle in our affairs, just not necessarily because there are affairs, but because it doesn't give a shit about us at all. Sometimes it uses us, sometimes it doesn't, but here we are with cavemen experiencing their first sort of foray into the supernatural. And in the last session, our hunting group had gone out. Hunting had been lean, but they were able to take down a mastodon. It had some strange stuff going on with it. It was covered in ice, and once they got into the inside, the heart was frozen solid, but all the meat around it was still warm. Once someone tried to touch it, the frozen heart actually caused their fingers to start to burn, and they weren't able to touch it any longer. They headed back to their village to find that it had been ransacked and attacked. Many of their tribe members were dead or lying around, and many seem to have been captured. They also found evidence of some bear claws, or like claw attacks, what look like a bear walking on its hind legs with the Neanderthals. This later confirmed once they reached the peak of a cliff and were able to overlook the tundra, and they saw basically a walking cave bear as part of the camp that the group had settled in for the night. And upon pushing all night long and pushing against their fatigue, They came to the inn and were granted with a blessing from the sun itself, a spear made of a strange rock that glints in the sun and, well, harder than any other rock they've ever seen. And this is where we pick up with Jast, Ung, and the others at the base of this base of the mountain, and around them is a lot of trees. They're still in a kind of heavily wooded area, but they're heading out into a tundra that's more sparsely wooded and sort of an open sheet of ice that is bitterly cold and buffeted with wind to get to where the camp had been set the night before. So, turning it over to the two of you.
So, no play drums. Thank ancestors.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So, well, that's
Yeah.
what you were doing in the last game. Yeah.
Well, I was told not to play drums.
Oh, yeah, because you warn everybody
Yeah.
that they're behind them. Yes. That is correct. You were absolutely told not to play the drums.
I think my life was even threatened not to play the drums.
That is, in fact, correct. It was threatened by Thag.
Yes. Well, leader, where go now?
Maybe
For
looking
signs of life here. Then move on.
Okay.
I didn't hear that first part. What are you doing?
Checking for signs of life, like if there
Okay.
was anybody that just left behind.
Yep.
Gotcha. So I'm going to need you to make a. That's going to be a nature aptitude using your. We're going to call it intuition and wit.
And can I use my bones to try to get some guidance from the ancestors?
If you would like to toss some of your ancestors, the bag of ancestral finger bones, to try to read them, you may. Yes, using an occult roll, and that's going to be a acumen, which is, I know on the thing, intellect right now, but an acumen plus.
Intuition, right? For this role?
For your roll, it's intuition plus wit.
Oh, rip. Okay, I
And,
actually got one success for that.
There you go. And for the bone roll, it's going to be sorry, I got lost. Acumen plus. For this, we're gonna call it empathy. To read what your ancestors are trying to tell you through the bones.
And do I get the bonus for occult?
Yeah, it is an occult roll on this. So, you, Jas, are. There's no sign. There is sign and tracks of the your quarry that you're pursuing, the Neanderthals, the cave bear, and the survivors from your tribe, heading further towards where the sun rises. And beyond that, there's the one thing you do notice is everything seems to be kind of frozen solid. The trees that you get around, like there's a sheet of ice like on the outside of the bark. You don't see any of the normal signs of like small game or anything else that you would kind of expect to see in these woods. And most everything is, everything is like far colder than it should be. Though you are not feeling those effects holding this spear as you are. And what'd you get,
So remind me again, what does it mean when you get an 8 on the D8s?
If you have a specialty in it, which your specialty is not in this, yeah.
Okay, so that's
And remember to roll your distress dice with these.
Yeah, I have none. No distress dice.
That's right. The respite kind of gave everybody a.
Yep. So I got 2 successes.
Okay. You were getting the same thing that you got before. Push onwards, push fast, push hard. Like everything that you're reading from these is you're being told like, I need to move forward. We need to keep going.
No life. We move now.
Nice.
Okay.
Move along.
And All right, so I'm going to need someone to make a continued tracking check as you after you leave the wooded cliffs of the mountain, you notice that the trees are starting to become less dense as more of the land you walk upon becomes layers of thick ice. The tundra beyond is massive, blinding white, and mostly open other than the occasional patch of pine trees. The further you get from behind the tree line, the more the wind begins to howl. You can feel the cold attempting to seep beneath your thick clothing, but cannot overcome the warmth you felt before. But it cannot overcome the warmth you felt before. The tracks you were following, however, do not last long under the biting wind. So, I need someone to make another tracking check for nature. This is a nature check, and this is also going to be a... We're going to call this an intuition plus composure, because you are in the middle of what is starting to whip up into a blizzard. Seeing more ice and snow starting to kick up from the ground.
You lead or me lead? You hunter.
You're muted.
Or you study.
I study. Yeah. Ancestors lead.
Ancestors lead.
Okay. Okay. So
Now,
you said-
here's something. You're are you saying that you're going to throw bones for this?
No, I'm just gonna
Okay.
basically try to just feel the guidance of the ancestors.
And just hope that you do a good
Yeah.
tracking check. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Do you have any nature aptitude?
I do.
Okay, in that case, yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense that you'd be able to navigate as well.
Yeah. So you said composure and intuition.
Intuition, composure, and you're gonna go.
And because I have nature, I get the D8.
Those
for
increase
composure.
the D8s. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and I was saying sturdy, like STURDY.
Yeah. Not
It probably
study,
wasn't clear.
Okay. So this is good because I got a 3 and a 2, so we'll see. It's 2 successes.
Okay, that's what you need. The loss of the tracks does slow you down, but you're still able to maintain your direction until you finally come to the camp. Just as the sun approaches, noon in the sky, and as you reach the camp, you see the reason you know it's a camp is because you can kind of see like where things have been left behind, like tatters of things, and where but there have been these holes kind of like dug in the ground. Some of them are partially covered up again by ice. There are 3 that are covered over entirely. But one thing you do notice is the lack of a fire pit here from where they were camping, which would confirm what you saw last night, which was not a fire.
They move without fire.
Night terrors.
That's not good.
All right, and as the two of you are standing there, I need where did the thing go? I need Lukra to explain what you look like as you walk out of the blizzard upon them.
Okay, so the last thing that I would have seen would have been the Neanderthals. I wouldn't know they're there, right?
I mean, you could have seen them coming, but I was like, I'm thinking you were at the camp.
The question is
them.
whether I'm wearing the mask or not.
That's up to you.
I'm gonna have to wear it because I don't know these fuckers.
Yeah.
So Lukura is about he is about an inch taller than any person you've ever seen before. He is broad-shouldered, but he's not like super muscular or anything like that. He's just a big guy, and he is wearing thick furs like everybody, but he's also wearing a mask, and the mask is composed, as far as you can tell, of a stag skull with the antlers still attached to it, and hanging off of the antlers are various pieces of bone or stone or other trinkets. and inside of the eye holes, you can see his eyes, but there's also just the vaguest impression of an internal light. When he turns his head a certain way, it's like you can almost see it, like when you're looking at a very faint star at night. So you're not really sure exactly what you're looking at. And I'm going to say that he does not seem to have noticed you.
Jess,
That's
who's that?
Stranger. And Jess is just gonna kind of point her glowing spear at him. This is scary. Like, not a good sign.
Okay, so he'll see the sort of glint of what remains of the sunlight on that spear, and he'll turn towards you. And the moment he sees you, he holds his hands up to show that he is not a threat. And then he slowly removes the mask, and you will see that he has concentric patterns of scarification all over his face, and written in on his forehead is the phrase, written in the most rudimentary of languages, is a symbol that you recognize to mean outcast. I mean no harm.
Then join us.
You Neanderthal?
He thinks about it for a second and feels his face. He's very clearly hominid, or he's very clearly sapiens. I don't think so.
Then join us. We need
Join
all
me?
the strength we can get.
Well, where come from?
I come from a village just past the mountain rise. But I have not been welcomed there in some time. Are you sure you want me to join you? He points again to the symbol on his forehead.
Am I seeing any sort of blasphemous iconography on any of the
the
stuff he's
symbol.
got?
Oh yeah, that's right. That actual symbol is blasphemous iconography because it is against it's against the people or the folk, or a mark of it. So you actually do. Just seeing him in the first place is gonna have you add a minute to your track.
Yeah. Yep.
So you are kind of not at ease with that around.
I don't trust him.
A lot.
And as soon as you say I don't trust him, a spear flies out of
Oh no.
out of the winds and lands in. Where did my? Oh, that's Twilight Beacon. So yeah, lands actually at Ong. So Ong, you are going to. I would like you to make a. I'm gonna say you don't get a dodge roll for this. You have no clue it's coming. Oh, I
Fair.
don't have to do that. I can roll with this character sheet I made for these things on the Roll app, which we're using. Everybody, by the way, here's a
Oh,
Midnight World character sheet on the Roll app if you want to roll games on your own. Loop plus a. How exciting would you?
It's exciting when you're not the one getting spears chucked at.
It's still exciting if you're getting spears chucked at you. That's bad.
Textbook definition of exciting. The next time somebody is shooting at me and somebody asks, "How are you feeling right now?" I'm going to respond, "Well, I'm excited."
Yeah.
3. You are going to take 3 damage as this spear kind of catches you in the shoulder and glances. You can feel it kind of glance off the bone a little bit, but and the hide. But the hide mostly protects you. You're able to kind of still move around. And I'd like everybody to roll initiative.
I didn't play drums. Okay. So
terrible for me.
So coordination and reaction is for our initiative, right?
Yes. Now, if you have athletics, if you have tactics, athletics. If you have tactics, you can grant the initiative to someone else or yourself.
That's right.
increase to D8s, or if you have athletics, that was the other one, I think. It's also situational. There's times. What was the other one?
Uh,
We just played with these.
I have generally allowed combat characters to use their combat
Oh
skills
yeah, that's right. The combat.
if they
skills.
have the weapon out and ready.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hand to yeah. So combat skill. If you have a combat skill, hand to hand or
Yeah.
weaponry.
No, I am a man of the ancients. I'm not.
Hey, so
Combat.
I get the D8 from the auto proficiency for weapons, and I can give the D8 to someone else.
With your tactics, yes, you can give someone else the D8.
Okay. Is does our new friend does Lakura appear to like be a fighter from build?
Lakura does have a staff, and he is, like I said, a genuinely big dude, but you can't tell if that means that he's a warrior or not.
Okay.
Because he may be a stick figure under all these cloaks.
Gonna flip a coin again. Okay, so that landed up with 1. So the first person in my queue, and that is you.
Okay, cool. So I rolled really well. So how do you want me to do this, Gavin? Do you want me to re-roll the entire thing, or just re-roll the, let's say, last d6?
Yeah, it's real LSD6. It's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Right on. Then I have 4.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay. So you have 4, and so anyone. I mean, just look at it. So we have you got 2 there, didn't you?
Yes, I got 2.
Why am I not seeing your roll? Are you set to private, James?
Oh, I might be. No, no. If you look in the chat, you should see it. I rolled. I had 5, 6, 6 on the first roll, and then when I re-rolled, I got a 5.
So I think if you look at the top right by where your profile is, there's a thing that says "Go on Live Table."
Oh, there totally is. You're totally right. We're not on the same. I'm not. Well, no, I'm on the table with you guys, right?
Well, so if you're in there, you have to hit that live table, I think, for it to show. Because I
am on the live table. But
Okay.
Gavin, do you have the chat window pulled up?
Yeah, because what I'm looking at right now.
Oh wait. Yeah. No, I see. There's the Midnight World. There's the first one. Where's? Oh yeah. Look for the Midnight World. That's the name I have on there.
I mean, I'm in the game, Midnight in the Ice Age. You can see me at the director.
Yeah, but I mean, look for the account.
Okay. No, I see it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first roll was 5, 6, 6, 3. I re-rolled the 3, and it came up with 5.
There's the chat window.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's
lower
what
right-hand corner. Got it.
Gotcha. We're on the same page, and I can actually look at your character sheets and all that stuff. Yay. Okay, neat. There we go. So that is a 4 for you. Lucra. And then Jas, what'd you get?
Oh, that was a 3.
Jeez, everybody rolled really, really well there. But
Bonuses.
yeah, so gonna be Lucra going first. Second, and Jas. You're pulling up the rear here. I'm sorry. No, you're not.
I just realized we still have the ung spelling on the,
Yeah.
on the live stream.
That's amazing. I love that so much.
The
Well, because the way it was pronounced last week, nobody knew, and nobody asked.
I mean, he couldn't spell it.
No, he doesn't know how to spell his own name.
So, in reverse order here, we're gonna start with this Neanderthal that. As this is thrown, you're all like you turn. You actually see 3 Neanderthals wielding spears and other weapons, kind of like coming at you from out from the the blowing winds. One of them that just threw the spear has picked up a big war club. The other two are wielding long spears. So the one that is wielding one of them, the one, my tongue being numb is making me stutter really bad. Uh, one of them with the spears is going to charge forwards at you, Ung, who was just missed. Ung, what are you doing?
I am going to attempt to parry his attack with my staff.
Okay. You're making that as your action. So
because I'm using a staff, from what I was looking at, it says counterattack when parrying. If you reduce the incoming below 0, you get to.
no. Parry is something that you can do as a defensive action. It is
Oh,
a
okay.
dodge or so you can just use it
Oh.
as you get attacked.
Oh, okay. So then regular action, then I'm gonna attack him with my staff. Then I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna move in and attack him with your staff. So I'd like
Yeah.
you to make your old staff you rolled there and hold on to it.
And what? Remind me again what I'm
That
using.
is strength plus toughness for this one.
Okay.
And he is gonna make his. Okay. He's gonna make his, and the other with the spear is going to charge forward. This one is going to head towards Lucra. Jast, what are you doing?
Gonna with the sun spear. Gonna try to intercept the one that is closest to me. With just the classic impale them with my spear kind of deal.
Okay. They're all kind of equidistant. You have an idea what they're going to do, because you're higher in the initiative, so you can react. So you want to Do you want to intercept one of the ones with the spears, or do you want to wait for the one that's got the big war club?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna the one that's going after Ong. Since
Okay.
I perceive as being the squishiest, I'm going to protect
Then
and hunt the hunter.
yeah. All right. Then just go ahead and make your that's gonna be strength plus toughness with your weaponry d8s on that for the spear, and the first one is going to attempt, or the one with the club is going to attempt to come after Jast with that move. And what are you doing, Lucra?
I am going to bash the first dude who gets close to me in the brains with this staff.
Okay, so the one that is coming at you currently.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and make your staff roll. It's going to be strength and
Yeah. I am going to. Not a good roll. I'm gonna spend. Actually, let me see how the roll goes, and then I'll tell you if I spend seconds or not. Please forgive me. I know I wrote the game, but it's strength and what?
strength and toughness.
Toughness.
Well, you wrote the game, but I could conceivably have asked you to do a strength plus reaction there.
Right,
you know
right.
What I mean? Like,
well, let's pretend that's what happened, and not that I forgot how my game works.
James, once it's on the page, you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Right.
It's okay. There's a lot of moving parts. It makes the game exciting, but there's a lot of moving parts.
Right. So I'm gonna see his defense roll before I decide whether or not I'm spending seconds. I have one hit.
You have one hit? All right. His defense roll is a... Oop. Whoops. Those are.
Oh,
I gotta get used to.
I added too many.
I gotta get used to this system, or not the system, but how to click properly because I am. He dodged one. He dodged one.
Okay, so let's go ahead and I am going to spend. I'm going to do 2 seconds to re-roll the die that didn't hit. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Okay, it also didn't hit, but I still apply base value. So that's 2 damage.
It's one. It's 1 to reroll, James. 2 to roll an additional D8.
Oh,
Remember?
well, I went ahead and
Rerolled again.
2. So let me roll that d8. Make that 2 damage.
Oh, 2 damage. There you go. So
So it's
1,
3 technically.
and your staff's damage 2.
It's damage value 2. So yeah, the net is
Yeah.
1. It's 3.
All right. So the one that's heading towards you, you step forward really quick and like crack him in the face as he's approaching you. The one with the club is going to be coming down on Jast with a attack of 2. Please make a dodge roll, Jast. Or parry.
What is the components?
Oh, dodge roll is coordination plus reaction.
Okay. Reaction's
And
gonna be
your if you're doing a parry, it is strength plus reaction. You can parry so long as you have like a in this setting you can pretty much parry anyway, because there's
Okay,
like
but
one projectile weapon.
so it's going to be reaction, and it's either strength or
Mhm.
resilience. You said.
Yeah, you can use strength. You can do strength plus reaction to parry, or you may use coordination plus reaction to
Oh,
dodge.
strength's higher, so I will do a parry with that. The javelins that are also ammo.
Jast has legendary strength, but is also diminutive.
Little powerhouse.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to every hunting party and you survive every hunt, then you have to have gotten strong.
Yeah, like a ripped hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically. And for the skills, is that a tactics thing or is this not?
No, you
applicable?
have weaponry. You have a
Weaponry,
D8 on
right?
this. Yeah,
Okay, D8
it's
for that.
weaponry. With parry, it's specifically weaponry and hand-to-hand are part of
Okay.
this.
Oh, I actually got surprisingly not on the D8. I actually got 3 successes.
Oh, did you rolled your distress dice if you have any?
Don't have any currently.
We'll fix that in a little
Yeah,
bit.
we'll fix that.
All right, so you fully dodge. As this one comes to swing the giant war club at you, you're able to like maneuver out to the side, and your roll was a what? Your attack roll?
Also a 3.
A 3? Oh my god.
Yeah, the solace at the beginning brought back a lot of the negatives I was getting before.
A 0. So what was the damage I had on that weapon?
The regular spear is 3. But this,
hold on, I had given you the I thought I had given you the thing. Give me a second.
yeah, the notes I have say grievous / wounding, penetrating, radiantly warm.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's got 2 it's a dread weapon. So it's grievous wounds. It is penetrating.
Which means it ignores
And,
armor, I think. I actually need to get that shit
yeah,
up.
with 3 armor. It ignores up to 3 points of armor. And you basically you don't need a fire to stay warm. Like you can stay warm just because you're in, and everybody around you whom you wish to grant that warmth to. You hit this thing hard. So you actually do a grievous wound to it. All right, so this as you slam this spear directly into the one heading towards Ung, you basically hit right through the rib cage, and as you hit through the skin, you see like almost like the skin breaks and goes brittle like ice as you go through, and you stick it like right into the chest, into the heart, and he's just dead, like flat out you kill him on that one. He only 6 health, so it didn't matter what the grievous wound was. Like, he's dead. And that means that Ung is not attacked this round. That also
Thank
means,
you. I played drums to celebrate.
that also means that the one that you were attacking that was coming at you is he's dead. So like you just all right. But now that you've raised your weapon like you were about to like hit this this guy, and just took him down immediately. What do you do now? What's your next?
The other two are staying. Well, one's attacking
Lucra, and the other one's like right there on you too, attacking Jast, like right in.
Oh, then
immediate range.
I'll swing and hit him instead.
Okay. So you will now do another roll on that one, because your first round, because your target died, you no longer. That's the negative in this format of being at the end of the thing. And the spear guy that you crack a good one, Lucra, stands and sort of like roars at you, and you see his like body and his skin start to freeze and crystallize all around you, or all around him, and he is standing there much more white and pale than he like a frosty white, and that is what he's doing for the turn. Jast, what are you doing?
Gonna go do this, impel the club wielder.
Okay. Make your attack roll, and the club wielder is going to try to stop you this time with a bash on the skull. And Lucra.
Yep.
Now this thing is not, it's doing it, but you're first in initiative, so if you are able to take him out beforehand, he wouldn't actually go off.
So pulling my mask down, is that going to be a free action, or is that going to take my action?
Nah, I mean that could just be part of your action, unless you're using an ability on it, which I don't think.
No, I'm not using its
You're
ability.
just trying to, yeah.
These
You can
assholes.
pull your mask down if you're trying to look cool. Just do it.
I thought you already had your mask down. No.
No, he pulled it up to show everybody. Yeah.
Oh, pull up. Never mind. Okay, gotcha. I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as one solid action, I'm going to pull my mask down. I'm going to grip my staff. I'm going to stand forward and basically try to intimidate this guy off of attacking me, because I can't take a hit. So I'm just going to basically make myself as imposing as possible to get him to leave me alone.
Okay, I'm gonna have you make a. There's gonna be a charisma plus manipulation, and for intimidation, maybe a negotiation aptitude.
I think I don't have that, but I have the other stuff.
Oh, shit! Hold on, Lucra, really quickly. What is your challenge?
Oh, my challenge is Drudge.
Okay, that's
And
right. Your trigger, your trauma trigger.
My trauma trigger is fire. We never came up with the compulsion, so if you figure that out, or I can figure it out, you want to pop it over to me?
The for the Drudge compulsion, that's right.
Yeah.
I
could switch it to something easier. I could be ability impaired instead.
Just give me a second, and I will.
I'm gonna
it
go.
Won't matter. It won't matter right now. So we'll get to it in a moment.
Oh, what's that? I was what now?
You were gifted D8s on this roll.
What? That's rad. What?
Yeah, that's something you can do in chat. You can people will call in and sometimes give people solace rolls, or not call in, but you know what generation I'm from. They will send messages. They will do donations and stuff and give like upgrades to rolls. Sometimes they give them to me. Ian, Ian from Fires of Avalon will come here and give me increases.
That is freaking rad. Okay, so do I just upgrade it just like as if I have the aptitude?
Yeah.
That is so rad. You guys are really cool, man. That is super cool. In that case, I still only got one hit. Oh wait, but I have imposing armor. So that means I upgrade my attribute dice as well.
Yes, you do.
Okay, should I re-roll the whole thing or just the attribute dice?
Just roll the attribute dice.
Okay, so I have one hit for that thing. I probably should have mentioned to everybody that I'm wearing a wooden chest plate. I apologize. So 2.
Okay, so 2. Let's see what he gets on his counter roll. So you kind of like you come back and do your roar at him after pulling the mask down to give him a fright, and he continues to stare you down as his skin becomes like as his skin becomes covered in ice. With the club guy, the one with the club is coming down on Pixie, or I'm sorry, Jast, who needs to make a parry check.
Oh, parry check. Okay.
Strength plus your reaction. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I rolled before, so I would probably re-roll. But can I use my hour 1 ability with the solar flare to make it just an auto miss? I
It
know
doesn't.
it's many
It doesn't auto miss. It decreases his attribute dice on the attack, which he's only got a 1.
Okay.
He's only got a 1 coming at you, so you can easily. I mean,
Okay, yeah, it's the flavor text that messed me up on that because it said like the flash isn't enough to cause any lasting harm to an opponent, but certainly powerful enough to cause them to miss their intended mark.
yeah. The point is like it basically makes them roll a weaker dice pool against
Okay,
you. So
but you
they
already
can
rolled, didn't you?
It doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, I've rolled, but I only got 1 success. So if you want to dodge first, you can make that decision.
Okay.
Or the parry without spending the minute. Is what I'm saying.
What should I want to check that I rolled the right thing. What was the combination?
Strength plus reaction, and you
Okay.
do have an increase to d8s on this.
Yeah, strength. Oh, I got one of those too.
Yeah,
Oh,
you have.
wait. That's aptitude.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, that's for it looks like I did roll the right thing on that. So that was I got 1 success.
Um. Okay, that would mean that you may want to either reroll or do your solar flare. So, if you would like to do your solar flare.
Yes. I know I'll take a minute for that, but we wanted to
Yeah,
fix that anyway.
exactly. Go ahead and add a minute, and it will. Oops, I have to downgrade it. God, you're killing me. There we go. And 0. Yep, that actually did it. So this time, as the club comes down at you, you bring up to parry. You bring up to try to parry, and as you do, you flash like kind of off the weapon itself. In front of you, this light, and it causes the Neanderthal to sort of shake his head, and you're able to like bat his weapon away. And what was your roll to attack? Jast. What was your attack?
Okay, roll to attack.
The
So
strength.
that's gonna be with I need to add my other d8s to that.
Mm-hmm. And for those confused about the order of this at home, the way that I do mine is basically in reverse initiative order. You announce what you're going to do, and then we go top down on the rolls. And then that means that what you set to do could be ruined having a lower initiative because someone could get dropped out or someone else could do something different. It allows people higher in the initiative to sort of react to those lower in the initiative. And it's a little one of the kind of two ways. The way I like to run mine, though you can totally do it the straight up
Yeah,
D&D initiative round way.
because there's so many dice involved with the strafe and toughness, I did get 4 successes.
Okay, let's see how well he rolls for this because he's
Like this is her main thing.
it is her main thing. He got 1 success, so he is going to take 6 damage. This one this one has more than 6 health though because he's the brute. That's a grievous wound.
It is.
So let me roll on the wound table here.
Ooh. Oh, I don't think I've actually seen Grievous go off in play before. This is cool.
Yeah, I have to open a different thing because I forgot to put the wound table on my
Yeah, when I grabbed this, I actually thought this was going to be a trap when I grabbed this last session, but I was like, she grabbed it. It's what's in character. It ended up being like a power up. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, it was definitely not a trap. I think you're.
I'm
you're
definitely
right.
appreciating it right now.
Wow, Google, you are killing me right now, man.
The last 2 characters I played for Midnight World were both caretakers who were like trying to find non-combat solutions to everything, and this one is just.
Roll a D8
spirited.
for me, please, Pixie, or Jast. Sorry.
I mean, I am essentially a cleric, I guess, or
Okay, that was a 7.
cultist.
That was a 7. That's gonna be interesting. Wounds. I'm sorry, it's a D10. My apologies. It's a D10.
A D10.
Yes.
I did not have.
It's sorry, I should have told you that well, it's so rarely rolled that I forgot that it was a D10.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay. Gonna dump
You know,
these out on
I
my
do-
computer. What did I do by dumping those out on my computer? I think I made a mistake. Never mind, I'm good.
Hey, Gavin, as an aside,
That was a 1.
It's what?
That was a
Might-
1.
it might be worth it for us to talk about it being D8 instead of D10 now, since we've removed D10s from the system.
Hey James, you see that note that I had that said
Oh,
that
did
exact
you see that?
thing that you actually shot down? Yeah.
Oh, you shut up and move on.
Okay, well, whatever the case is, I rolled a 1. I'm gonna go put these other dice away because they're not really thematically appropriate. They're like purple glitter with butterflies in them. That's the only D10 I had on hand.
Well, that's fine. We can. What'd you get?
I rolled a 1.
Oh, one. Okay. So, oh god. Okay, here's what happens. Your grievous wound is you come up and actually, the tip of this thing is like a barb. So you actually come up and put it on the backside of his head and pull down, and you actually tear one of his eyes out of his head
Oh!
as he falls forward. And he is now basically blind. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Oh, Ung. There you go.
Nice.
And
Thank you for that auto success there, friends.
his Ung, what are you doing now? What'd you get?
I'm bringing the staff down on him. So I ended up with a net 0 because I think distress die takes away a success, right? When you roll a 1.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was at a net 0 on my roll, but can I use that auto success to? How would that
Yes,
work?
Absolutely. You also spend seconds
To
add some more dice to it.
This is true. Let me go ahead and spend. I'll spend 2 seconds to re-roll 2 of those dice as well. gave me another success on top of that.
Okay, so you've got 2 successes.
Yeah.
Well, you got 1 success. So
Oh yeah, one. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait, no, you got an auto success too. You took that, right?
Yeah.
So you got 1 success and auto success. So you're good.
Yeah.
All right. So he got 1 success. So you actually do 3 damage to him with your staff.
Trying to come right down on top of that eye that just got ripped out. Just
Yeah.
Great.
Here's
Oof.
some good weapons for closing the distance.
Yeah. All right. So after you hit him with that staff, what are you going to try to do there, Ung? He's still standing, missing 1 eye, but still standing.
I'm still mad about this spear in my shoulder, so I'm coming right back down on him again.
Okay. Make the same roll. So, Lucra, the one that is now got the body of ice, is going to jump towards you and attempt to grab you. And Jast, what are you doing after you've popped his eyeball?
I want to finish this one off.
All right, go ahead and make your strength plus toughness roll. And the one who's got the eye thing going on ends up.
When my minutes went up, I had a distress die, right? Now?
Right. Yeah, you're at 2. If you're at 2 minutes, you have 1 distress die.
Okay, making sure it was the right number distress die.
Now, the one that has got his eye missing also stands and makes the shout, and you see his skin start to harden. Lucra, what are you doing?
I'm gonna smash him in the head.
Okay.
That's it.
And what'd you get?
Oh, you want me to roll? I keep forgetting I'm at the top of the initiative order.
Yeah.
Because that is so unlikely for this character.
Shit happens.
Yeah, I know it does. All the time. I whiff in a big way.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's 0. That's a 0 there. You gonna spend some seconds or?
Good old Snake Eyes.
You know what? Yeah, I'll spend the 2 seconds to reroll those. Actually, yeah. So I'll spend the 2 seconds to reroll them. I'll spend an additional 2 seconds for a D8.
Okay.
3, 4. And so we're gonna. I'm so glad I did that.
0 still.
Yep.
He doesn't even make the attempt to dodge, and as the staff comes right down on his head, you just see it like you hit a wall of ice. And he is. Oh wait, next up is old Blindy Mick Blinderson. He he roars, and his body is becoming covered in that same sheet of ice that the other one did. Jast, what'd you get?
3. I re-rolled that extra 8. It's 3 now.
The what? 3? Okay.
Yeah, it's 3. And I was like, if this guy rolls really well, this might end in a world of hurt. So let's just
He got
spend 2
2.
seconds.
So you do 4 damage to him.
Oh, okay. Well, that would have been a tie. Otherwise, I'm glad I did use those seconds.
Because you're penetrating, and it is supernatural penetration from a dread weapon. So it overdoes Rhyme Shield.
Nice.
And he dies. So you were able to, as he's roaring and turning into ice, you just drive that thing directly into his chest the way that you did it the other one. And this time, you see the ice around his skin kind of start to melt as he falls to his knees. You pull the spear out. He falls face forward. Make a dodge roll, please, Lucra.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I am going to. I'm going to attempt to parry instead of dodge.
Or that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only doing it because of the stat on the staff. It's probably worse for me. I have 0 net hits or 0 total hit.
No, that's
fine.
one. You got one. Oh, you got a 1 on your distress die. Ha ha ha.
Hey, that's not me, man.
Oh wait, that's
I
dragon.
got a 1.
Yeah,
and a
yeah, that was. I got.
Oh,
a
I
one
didn't
on
see
my
yours
distress
pop
die.
up that time. How weird.
no, but I got a 0. I don't have any distress dice yet.
You do not have any yet.
Yeah.
Oddly, you're in a situation where like the bad guys don't want to do any with fire. But you got a 0 and you got 3, so it grabs onto you, and you actually feel your skin begin to crackle and freeze as you take 2 damage from frostbites.
Don't love it. Not a big fan.
Yeah, so this time you're coming up again as Jast finishes off, and it's a team effort.
I'm still hitting him in the head.
Fair enough. What was your roll?
Well, it was 0.
That's fine.
Net
He
0.
can't dodge, so you actually just gonna crack him in the noggin. But what do you want to do after hitting him in the head?
So I want to attempt to yell out to the ice one that's attacking our new friend to tell him to stop in Neanderthal. Because I can speak Neanderthal.
Okay, so if you're gonna try to convince him to stop, I want you to
Yes.
make a charisma
Okay.
plus. We'll call this one empathy.
Empathy, and do I get D8?
Yeah, but no, you just get the ability to do the language. You have to have negotiation for
Okay.
the increase on this.
Just figured I would ask. And I'll add my distress die as well. That is 1 success.
Hmm. 1 success.
Yeah. Actually, hold on.
Well, hold.
Let me add.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to spend 2 seconds to reroll 2 of those dice.
Okay. Hold on to that number, but yeah,
Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
He is going to attempt to. Well, basically, he's grappling you right now, Lucra, and you feel that he's going to continue to try to pour the cold on you.
Yeah.
Jast, what do you do?
Go after the last guy. This peering people in the chest method has gone pretty well so far, so we're gonna keep that up. Okay.
Make a strength plus toughness roll on that.
Yep. Yeah, that was
And Lucra, you are currently
1 success.
1 success. Okay. You are currently grappled. I'm not going to call you restrained, because I'm just saying that while he's where he's at, unless you do something, he's going to have to roll to hit you, I guess.
I'm going to do it for fun. I'm going to activate the mask
Okay.
because
All
I'm
right.
in trouble here.
So you activate the mask, and once you do, everything kind of gets weird for everybody. The guy that is currently holding on to you falls through you, stumbling behind you, as he becomes completely intangible.
Oh,
and incorporeal. Isn't that?
So
what-
does Mike? Do I understand that means that he's not human?
You absolutely do understand that he is a supernatural entity.
Okay, cool.
Something got a hold of him. So
also, the way that terrorizing is written, it applies to them too. It's anybody who can see the mask.
Okay, so they all add a minute.
They add a minute as if they are in the presence of a trauma trigger.
Yeah, so both of you, when you see this happen, both of you immediately add a minute to your tracks.
My mask starts to glow and drip gore. And when it does, that's when this thing falls through me. Also, any supernatural effects you currently have active stop. the spear stops glinting this light of the sun, and you guys are horrified of my aspect.
Yes. So, and it stops for how long? What was it?
One combat round.
One combat round. Heard.
Per episode. So I hope I don't need it later, but it felt like it'd be a cool conversation for when this fight is over.
Yeah. And there you go. So you hit that thing goes through Jast. As this thing becomes intangible, you kind of like freak out a bit as you see what happens, and as you kind of test it with your spear, it goes right through it. This thing turns around to try to grab at you, Lucra, and its arm just goes right through your face, and it pulls back, confused and looking very strange. Same deal. You come up and try to swipe at it, and it goes right through the thing.
Well, so I wasn't swinging at it. I was trying to talk to it in Neanderthal, but that's...
That's right. My
yeah.
apologies. You can still talk to it. It is.
I was basically trying to get it to stop attacking in Neanderthal.
So what did you get on that roll?
1.
Okay. Let's see what it. Oh yeah, and I had a counter roll for that, which I got a 0 on, because he has a terrible counter to that. And he does stop attacking. You see, like, now these, like, sitting there intangible and looking very, like, confused and strange. He drops his weapon, and as he does this, he immediately becomes he kind of like phases back into or pops back into wait, it's only for one round that he's intangible, right?
One round.
Yeah, so after that round he does pop back in. So he has stopped like fighting. So whatever you want to do at this point.
Where you heading with prisoners?
He's kind of looking at the mask and Lucra with a lot of fear in his eyes.
Can I take a free action here?
Yeah.
Answer him.
Okay. So he's I'm gonna call him cowed at this point, given what just happened. So he's gonna say home. Taking home. Back to ice caves. And he points like in the direction that sun or riseward is what it's colloquially called, where the sun rises.
How many prisoners you have?
He kind of like looks and says, don't know, many. 3 less. And he points down at the 3 holes that have like snow piled over them.
What are you?
And he says, he stands like proud. He says, we are tribe of bear.
Why attack our village?
To free you from need of heat. And he kind of like brings his arms out and says, me can live without need of fire.
Is he talking in Neanderthal or is he talking
He's talking in Neanderthal to you, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna relay all this to Jast as well, so you know what's going on. Who gave you power?
And he immediately drops to his knees and says, no, must not speak.
Speak now or die.
This Jast is gonna point her spear at his throat.
I would imagine by this point the mask has probably worn off.
Yeah, I mean it's
30 seconds or 10 seconds.
10 seconds. It's only one round. He's already tangible again. It's just with that and him being told like to knock it off. He was like,
I just want to make sure that they're not continuing to take minutes by being near me.
No. It's just for 10 seconds.
As
It's
long
just
as
for
you
one
keep
round.
the mask on. If you take the mask off, I'm going to start taking minutes.
Right
He was
on.
correct about that.
I'm keeping it on. I don't know that.
But he kind of says he says a word that you do not recognize at all in Neanderthal. It has sort of a strange guttural sound to it. But
Does it sound like it might be a name, maybe?
perhaps, yeah. Like
Perhaps.
you can tell it's like a title or name of some sort, but you don't recognize it as a word.
Could I potentially roll an occult on this to see if
Please do.
all right, I'm going to call that an acumen and wit.
We're gonna call it an acumen wit. Yeah.
Would I be able to do the same?
With a cult, both of you can, yeah. Go ahead.
This is Ella Jess so much. This is funny.
Sorry that I put intellect on this. It's been renamed since then. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened here.
Ooh, nice.
3. Wow.
I got 3 successes.
Got 0. Oh, I'm rolling so good.
Okay, you recognize this as an old story of your people, rumored to be of a time before ice covered all, a time when the sun in the sky was at its greatest power. There is a belief that there is some sort of dread or entity or god out there that has frozen the very earth that you stand on. That is the name that you have heard it spoken of.
They serve God who froze earth. From old stories. Then I look back at him. You lead us to caves.
He immediately he immediately kind of steps back for a moment and says, "They await you, anyways." And he kind of like says, he tells you how to get there, which is basically continue heading riseward for another day, and you'll reach a place where the tundra is cracked and broken, and you will enter into that place down until you reach the caves of ice.
And I translate that over so everybody knows.
Hmm.
So what we do with him?
For now,
We missed the first half.
It's perfect, yeah.
prisoner.
We have rope, tie
We-
hands.
We don't have the food to have a charge. Set him loose.
Might kill more.
What's left to kill but us?
I look at my shoulder. Don't want to get attacked again.
Then kill him.
Just you leader. Didn't
Yeah,
catch
you're
that.
muted again.
We missed like the first like second of you talking each time.
Probably a sound gate on this thing.
What we do?
Has info. Better alive for now?
Well, you and after that mask turned off, your spear lit back up. The warmth that you felt, had come back to everybody. Forgot to mention.
Hmm.
And he is very. You notice he's He's eyeing the spear a whole lot after it does so.
I want to look at him again. You say you help us. Why try kill us?
And he looks at you kind of dumbfounded and says, order to ambush. Ambush fail.
Obviously.
Ordered to ambush.
Order by who?
And he says the Neanderthal term for cave bear, except it's got sort of a reverence to it, like a formal title as opposed to like the name.
Hey, Gavin, I'm gonna send you my compulsion real quick because I just figured
Okay.
it out when you said that.
Okay.
Cave bear like you?
No,
Or like beast?
like great beast. And he basically he explains it leader of our people, our totem, our it speaks to us the words of the I gotta figure a better name out for this guy. But of the cold one.
And what do we have to do to speak to it?
Go to caves of ice. It's where it lives.
Hmm.
It walked out of it. He walked out of those caves many years ago, and at first we fought him, but he showed us how to live without the need of fire, to eat meat raw from the bone.
But he tell you ambush us. Will accept us in ice?
He will kill you when you get there. You are no match for his power.
I'm confused.
If that's where you want to go, then you may go.
That is where I go.
It's where we must go. Our people there. Maybe yours.
Definitely mine.
I think, new friend, that people is too generous a term.
And I just kind of think back to what I saw on your forehead.
He looks like slightly affronted, and but he does sort of just he holds himself in check and he says, release me or kill me.
What you do if we release you?
Join my people. Try to kill you once you arrive.
That's it. Jasp. Kill him.
Saw you looking at this. You want it?
No. It is a thing of blasphemy. And he spits on the ground, like right in front of you.
I'm going to take a quick action. I would like to stab him in the neck when he does that with the concealed onyx dagger that I have.
That's my next
I would
thing.
like. All right, I would like you to make a. We're gonna call this a coordination plus reaction
Cool.
with weaponry.
I don't have weaponry, but I do have seconds.
You do have seconds.
So I am going to spend. What is it for D8s? It's 2 per.
2 per addition of D8.
I'm going to spend 4, increase my minute, and get 2 D8s to add to this roll. Not that. That's bad. That's not what I meant to do. Coordination and toughness. And then 2 D8s that I paid for. Come on, mama. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, yeah, that's he is. I mean, I'm just gonna say it kills him because he is not expecting it. So, yeah, he's dead. You like stick him right in the neck, and he bleeds out. Strangely warm blood, or very warm blood, but it's strange as it goes through the. Actually, no, he has Rhyme Shield on. he has 4 armor. So you do 6 damage to him and only 2. So yeah, your knife hits him in the neck and it goes barely in, and some of the blood spurts out. But he falls to his knees and grabs at you as he does. And if you want to do something really quick, Jast, or else we're gonna have to roll initiative. He's
This
not
is
doing too
gonna-
hot.
The original plan was to stab him through the heart, so that we're gonna keep up with that.
Go for it. Yeah,
Can I make a quick soliloquy while she's prepping the killing blow?
absolutely.
Is
I'm
that
going
going
to
to be
say,
strength and toughness?
Yes.
I'm going to say, you deceive yourself, for your blood is still hot.
Can I strike him with my staff as well?
Absolutely. Just wail on him.
Yeah. No, we're
That 4 successes, and the distress die did not come up one. So
There you go. Dead. Absolutely. Like you stick him right through the chest, and it goes through the ice like the Rhymefrost shield on his body, like it wasn't even there. There's slight resistance, but you do stab through, and he falls down dead as a massive clubbing blow bonks off of the ice skull of this Neanderthal whom you have killed. And yeah, and this is a good spot for a break before we get into our next section here. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. We're going to take a 15. We will be back we're going to go at 10:45.
Okay.
And to wrap up this session here, and we will. Well, I guess we'll be back.
All right.
It did work. We're live. We're not live. Who knows?
There's a
We're
plus
playing
one.
games. Yeah, and we have a return. Reed has returned. Was
Massive
then be able
plumbing
to.
issue. I got it resolved.
Well, that
That's
is
all
good.
I want to say about having to solder pipe on short notice.
Thag finally worked his way out of the snowdrift.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have Thag back. Thag, you were here, but not really here for a fight between this newcomer known as Lucra, joining Jast and Ung against a group of 3 Neanderthals who were ambushing you. They took one kind of captive, got some information, and then murdered him in cold blood.
Was not
Warm
murder. Was not murder. He wanted
No.
to die.
Murder has not been invented yet.
Exactly.
He's not one of us.
Mercy killing.
it was violence. It was definitely some kind of taking of a life, which I think is more common in the Neolithic period.
So they know we coming. I can play drums now.
Mhm.
Hey man, you can play whatever you want.
Just we get close, stop drums.
Okay.
Now, good.
Celebrate with the ancestors.
Yeah.
If I might, why not allow him to continue the drumming? That way we appear fearless to them. They already know we're coming. What does it matter?
Mm. Put fear in them.
Put fear in them. I like
Maybe
that.
20 drum.
Fine. Drums.
I start beating on my drums.
All right. It's got some rhythmic drumming going on.
Yeah,
As,
banging my spears together.
You're standing in this camp, the previous camp, and kind of like you didn't have too much time to look around. You saw the various holes kind of dug into the ground that have, been somewhat filled up with snow and ice during the windstorm, and 3 of them are totally covered. That looks to have been covered by hand afterwards. You're also seeing like a couple of bones and things kind of lying around where eating has been done. Though you don't see any signs of cooking or fire.
I want to.
People are Neanderthals. They don't cook their food. Sorry, couldn't resist the joke.
I want to go. I want to
Yeah,
head
when
over.
he says that, I nod along vociferously.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are but savages. They should be wiped away.
So I want to play my drums over near those 3 fresh burial mounds,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that those are probably people from our village, and just kind of trying to connect with their spirits, passing on to meet the ancestors.
Okay, so you're doing the funerary rites there.
Yep.
Here you go. And this gives you all some time to sort of rest and talk. You're approaching. I mean, you're just after midday here. After this fight, you've got some more time across the tundra until you get to the ice caves area. So
I have a quick question. Would I have noticed any sort of change in demeanor in Ong when he saw me without the mask? Would I have noticed that it bothered him?
not necessarily.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to take it off again because I don't know.
Yeah.
So
got a minute.
I pull the mask off and sort of kneel next to you as you're doing that, and I'm saying some sort of prayer from my tribe over the graves.
Okay. Would I now the prayer from his tribe, would that be blasphemous to me or no? Okay.
The prayer from the tribe, no. The symbol on his forehead is a blasphemous symbol that you recognize.
Okay. So probably doing the prayer, but after the prayer, I'd probably look over and.
Yeah, and then you add a minute.
Yep.
So for Reed, this character he's very tall, he's very broad, he's wearing a mask made out of a stag skull. When he pulls it off, his face is ritually scarred, and the word outcast, or a symbol, a sigil meaning outcast, is carved into his forehead.
Not one from your people, though.
Yeah.
Naming conventions are different too, so if introduced you realize he was an outsider.
What's that?
Like from the beginning, that the naming conventions are different.
Yeah.
So the naming conventions are different, but the name, or the word that he has introduced himself with means enemy to all people who speak the current hominid language.
Does that mean Neanderthal or does that mean us?
No,
And
it means out. It means banished. It means exile.
As soon as I see the symbol on his forehead, I immediately turn from him and walk away.
Can I? Do I need to make a roll to notice that?
No, you noticed that time.
Okay, so my character will see it, and they'll look up, and there's like a dawning realization on his face, and he'll immediately pull the mask back on.
Okay.
And he'll say, I apologize most deeply. I did not mean to offend.
What you do? Poop in wrong part of cave?
We maybe set fire. Relax after fight.
Rest might do you some good.
Burn Neanderthal?
Burn Neanderthal.
Burn.
All right, so fire making. Someone's going to have to do it. You do have flint that is needed. However, someone's going to have to make a. We're going to call it a coordination plus composure check with. You can use either nature or create on this one.
I can do it. Coordination, composure, which would become a D8. I'm learning this roll app here. All right. Well, these are supposed to be 8s. Come on. There we go. Okay. Okay, so Looks like that's a 0 unless I I'm going to spend 2 seconds to reroll 2 of those.
A 0 is still a success. It's just a complicated one.
Yes.
Complicated success.
I'm going to reroll the 1d8. Whoop.
Not willing to take the chance.
And I'm going to reroll one of the d6s.
You have one success there. Looks like,
Yep.
oh no, they took away.
No.
because of
Yeah, it
one.
got taken away because I got.
You're still sitting at 0.
So I'm just going to leave it at 0.
All right. So after some time, like you very confidently start off, and after a few moments, you're starting to get a little embarrassed because you feel like you're better in this, and eventually you get just a spark on some of the in some of the kindling that you've got, and you reach down to start blowing into it, and you finally get like the spark to go, and all of a sudden it actually flames up and actually singes and burns the facial hair from around your mouth and nose as you kind of jump back, but carefully are able to pat it out and get the fire to go down and start. So you have some singe on your face there.
I was I'm distracted by the visual of the outcast symbol.
And Lucra, as you see this kind of like burst up like right at and where he has to jump away, you are going to take a minute.
Oh no!
Oh,
Damn, you're right.
The Val, I love it.
oh no!
You both minute each other?
Yeah.
Beautiful thing. This is gonna be so bad so fast.
We're going down a hall of mirrors tonight, boy.
Oh no!
Oh,
Because my solace is resting by a fire.
Mm.
My trauma trigger is fire. Yeah.
Yeah, not good.
no, not good at all.
Do
But-
I see his reaction to the fire?
No, you were too busy
Okay.
jumping away from the fire blasting in your face.
Oh, good fire.
Mhm.
I just grow beard.
Not anymore.
Yeah, so it's like gapped up, like part of the beard's like a lot shorter and like curled up where it's like melted and stuff. The bearded ones here may know what I'm talking about.
Mhm. Burnt
But
hair.
yeah, burnt hair. You got
so-
that burnt hair smell kind of like going around and stuff like that.
My hair's
Lord,
caught fire before in real life from candles.
I was like, am I
for
missing
people-
I'm missing one eyebrow.
Bad time.
Yeah, I kind of think.
And you'll see Lucura recoil heavily from the fire, like throw an arm up and back away.
What's wrong?
He'll pull up just a little bit of his mask and point to the scars, which the more that you look at them are pretty clearly burned scars.
Oh. My apologies.
None needed. You need fire to be warm, I understand. I'm going to be over here.
Actually, you don't need fire to be warm. All of you are currently warm because you have a spear radiating warmth.
That spirit is so great for me. I'm going to get as far away as I possibly can from the fire while remaining warm because of the
Yeah, the
Yeah,
spear is great for you.
Uh,
But there's still, something about a fire. So you take some time to rest by the fire, and you may make your solace roll there.
All
are,
right.
we, are we eating food by the fire? Is this a thing?
If you have, you do have some rations that you can
Yep.
eat. Take your time to do a rest and sort of recuperate before you get back on the trail hunting down your prey. Though the
Okay.
fight has
Dragging
slowed you
over
down a little bit.
Neanderthals.
Yeah.
So please
Right.
remind me again how solace rolls work.
You roll whatever your current distress die pool is. You roll all of them, and then
Okay.
every 4 removes a minute.
Okay.
You, plus 1. You'll
Okay.
get a 1 automatically plus for each, and then additional for each 4.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. 'cause
Nice.
The,
That means
the
okay.
eating freshly cooked food is the solace that I just had to check it applies.
lose
If it does,
2
then I
minutes.
will roll.
You said
Okay.
eating freshly cooked
Eating-
food. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have.
Okay.
Did we have
Mhm.
anything we could cook, or would that not?
Yeah, you had a bunch of mastodon meat that you've
Yeah.
stored and brought. So
Yeah, that's getting
Mhm.
campfired.
from your hunt before. So go ahead and make your solace roll as well. And anyone else going to be taking the resting solace roll here if you can. If not, what do you want to do next?
That brings us
And
down a minute.
Yep.
A minimum.
1 minute minimum plus whatever number of 4s you rolled.
Yeah, it was a 2.
Now remind me, there's no actual healing in this, right?
There is it's natural over the course of time, like
Okay.
but and there are some powers that will allow you to heal. You just don't have access to them right now.
Got it. Okay.
Ian, my man.
But he's the director. You're mean.
Ian understands me.
I see.
Oh boy, D8s. Oh boy. All right. Anyway, so I've got these D8s that I'm going to use. What do y'all want to do so I can use them?
Oh, geez.
I say we just stay here for the next year and start a new community.
No.
Oh,
And now it's become an RTS game.
Start chopping down trees.
Ready to serve.
Stop poking me.
I need shoes.
Once the director gets the advantage, we just need to quit while we're ahead.
Mm-hmm.
wait,
So-
they can boost us, and if the GM gets boosted once or twice, that's okay.
So
Yeah.
We're a formidable, completely ragtag team. It's fine.
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
pretty ragtag.
Yeah.
Lakura is gonna sit as far. This is actually a pretty great thing for him because he gets to be both warm and away from the fire. He doesn't usually get both. So he's going to sit on that sort of outer ring of feeling warm, but also far enough from the fire that he doesn't feel afraid of it. And he's going to cut something off of the body of the Neanderthal and add it to the mask.
Gross.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Little disturbing there.
Never said I was a good guy.
Right on the forehead.
Mm-hmm. So he adds a strip of something to the mask. You'll
Something.
notice that when you pick it up, that the skin is actually like kind of frozen. It sticks to it rather easily, but it's very strange when you peel it off. Although oddly, again, the blood and meat or the blood muscles seem to have stayed somewhat warm.
So I'm interested, and I'm a scientific bent. I'm going to take the seed, and I'm going to sort of. I don't care if they see it. I'm not hiding it from them, but I'm also not like, billboarding that I have it. And I'm going to bring this thumb that I cut off of this guy, and see how the seed reacts to it.
The seed recoils, you feel it kind of I'm trying to imagine what the seed looks like exactly, but because I have an idea in my head. But basically when you reach it towards there, it seems to like become very, very cold very, very fast.
Does it seem harmful to the seed?
Yes, absolutely.
Toss it away from me.
Yeah. There you go. So, what's if anybody wants to have remarked upon that, go right ahead.
I'm
Seed out of character? What could we be seeing? Is it glowing?
No, it's not glowing. He pulls a small, like, sort of brownish red object, is sort of ovular in his hand, and he cuts one of the thumbs off and brings it towards it, and then, like, as he does, like, jerks his hand back and moves his hand away. That's about what you saw. You don't really understand.
And throw the thumb away.
Throw the thumb away.
I'm probably not paying attention to him because I don't want to accidentally see his forehead again.
Is it obvious this is a seed that's in his hand that I would
Make a nature
plant
check.
seed?
That's a good idea. Yeah.
That's we're gonna make a acumen plus wit nature.
Acumen plus wit. So okay. Give me 1 second here. 2 successes.
It looks like a seed, or a seed pod of some sort from a. You're not sure what you especially from this distance, but
As
It
a,
would have
gather,
importance that this seed pod is very clearly alive and not frozen.
as a gatherer.
yes.
Ooh, what's seed from? Never seen before.
the moment he expresses interest, Lucura will turn and he'll pull his fur away to expose. It's about fist sized, and it is very clearly a seed pod, and it's got one single vine starting to grow out of it. And that vine is not still, it is reacting to things. So if he puts his hand in front of it, it will wrap around his fingers lovingly. But if he puts, say, like you saw when he put the thumb towards it, it recoiled from it. And he will say, this is my purpose. This is the reason that I am here.
To plant seed.
Yes. To bring the green back. I don't remember the green, but my father does. He told me when I was granted this seed that I could bring back the fruiting trees, that I could bring back the harvestable grass. It is my purpose in life to bring it so that we don't rely on meat for all meals, so that we can be bountiful year round.
Mm.
And he looks sort of with disgust at the body of the Neanderthal. And he says, these are the ones that would take the seeds from us.
Mm.
This is not the only seed, but it is the only one in this valley.
Mm. Noble.
Have you had fruit?
Have I had fruit? God?
Yeah, I mean, you're a gatherer. The valley that you live in is one of the reasons you settled there is because there is sort of a time of year where you can gather some fruit and nuts and things like that from around the area. It's one of the reasons it's so popular with animals as well, for
We have
migratory
place
purposes.
you can plant seed. Berries and nuts.
And the vine slightly reaches towards him as he says that.
Imagine berries as big as your fist that bloom year round.
Mm.
And that is why. And he points through the mask. He doesn't take the mask off, but he points where that symbol on his forehead is.
Mm. No crap in bad corner of cave.
My tribe does not prefer caves.
Mm. We have caves. They're great. Warm from small fire.
But aren't there things in caves already?
Us in caves.
We kill first, move in
Oh,
from a distance.
you are terrifying people, all of you.
I
What?
offer him some cooked mastodon meat. Want some?
Yeah, he'll eat it. Like he doesn't give a shit. He'll eat meat.
Not
But,
so terrible, huh? We share food. Break bread. I don't
My
know what
tribe-
bread is, but we
My
break
tribe, no bread. We don't break bread. We break tree limbs.
You suck the marrow of bones.
My tribe comes from the other side of the mountain rise, and there, where my tribe comes from, there used to be fruit. Not all of the year, but most of it.
Hmm.
There used to be harvestable grass that could be smashed into paste that was edible. But then the frosts came, and now there is no. And they took it from us.
Mm.
Tribe.
No. They're not.
Tribe
You,
of bear.
They're not a tribe. Just Ang. Your people. They were not my tribe. But we say the same things. We know the same things. They are not like us. They took it from us.
So we kill Cave Bear. Take back Green.
Mm.
No. No. We don't kill the cave bear.
No.
We show the cave bear that ours are the gods that created it.
We hug Cave Bear.
No. No, cave bear will most certainly murder all of us if we do that.
So what we do with Cave Bear?
I don't know, but I know that it is important because the seed has shown me that.
Oh.
We plant seed near Cave Bear. Show growth, come back.
Yes, I know this to be true. I know this to be true.
Can I pull out my bones and cast my bones to try to ask the ancestors if this is the right path?
Yeah.
See if he eat too much bad mastodon meat and him funky in head.
So what am I
that's-
doing?
That's going to be acumen plus empathy on that roll. Give me 1 second, sorry.
Okay, no problem. Empathy, and I can use occult for that as well.
Yes.
Do I have? I got one. Actually, you know what? I am, instead of rolling, because I think this is how this works. I want to use my lucky privilege to automatically have a big success on this, or whatever it's described as on that.
Oh shit.
Let me find lucky. Oh, once per session, forego a non-combat skill check and claim a phenomenal success.
Rad.
Sorry. Your
I was
phenomenal success.
saving it for something important.
But yeah, your phenomenal success for this one is going to give you the clearest reading that you've ever had as you toss the bones. Your bag of it's different finger and hand bones from your ancestors and whatnot that you're tossing down. And as you do, you immediately see very clearly that you were fated to meet Lucra here, and that you are to push that pushing forward and destroying the bear is what needs to be done. The bear, you get the very strong sense that the bear itself is the Cold One's sort of. I don't want to use the word avatar, but I'm going to use the word avatar.
That's
Here
okay.
here.
Root
Yeah.
of all cold evil.
Yeah, it's this. It protects the heart of the cold that needs to be destroyed.
Okay. Yeah,
You
We
broke into
go-
a little bit of your mushrooms on this one too, just letting you know. Your fun mushrooms before you're throwing them bones.
Ancestors say we need to destroy Bear.
We destroy Bear then.
Bear is embodiment of Ice God. We destroy Bear, Green comes back. Then we plant seed where Cave Bear fall.
Good plan.
Gavin,
Mhm.
does that actually work? Does my compulsion feel okay with that? Kill it and then plant the seed where it died?
100% actually. And if you can't be in the next one, I'll tell you afterwards because you know what this ties into.
Okay. Oh, I know exactly what it ties into.
Yeah.
I just realized it. Yeah. So Lucora will think about it for a couple of seconds and say, yes.
There you go. So you have a plan, and you have a place that you're supposed to go, but you've got to head across some of this tundra before you get there. You know, it's after midday. You've spent a good time here, kind of like resting and stuff like that. After all, none of you slept last night, or at least 3 of you didn't sleep last night.
No.
Mm.
That we were going to sleep, but the spear woke us up.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Here's
the
the
ancestors
argument.
told you to push on until morning, so
Yeah.
They call that a prehistoric alarm clock.
yeah.
Prehistoric espresso.
Mhm.
Getting hit with a spear.
So,
Mm.
what do you decide to do now?
So, well, you said it's early afternoon still.
Yeah, it's still dealing with early afternoon. You've got plenty of daylight to travel.
We
The
travel.
days that you're actually existing in, by the way, are long, if you know what I mean. So you're in the
Yeah.
longer days. It's still cold as shit, but you're in the longer days.
We travel till light goes down.
Okay. So I'm gonna need someone to make a like the nature check for, we're gonna call it intuition and wit. It's a nature check for tracking or navigating the
Me,
tundra.
me,
Yep,
me,
that's
me,
definitely
me.
Thag.
Me.
Yeah.
Tag
and-
like, yeah.
And then I want to, because Thag wasn't here during the interrogation, I want to point out what the Neanderthal told us.
Yeah,
the
you are
direction was.
basically, you continue to head where the sun rises from. Keep the sun
Yep.
at your back. Continue to travel until you get to where the tundra and ice are shattered and broken into many shards. And you go down into that area and you'll reach the ice caves where the worshippers of the bear live.
Yep.
So that's one of intuition, and then what else?
Intuition plus wit.
Ooh, it's gonna be a bad day.
I would have gotten 1 dice for each if I had pushed for that.
Oh,
I'm
2
glad you-
successes though.
That's all you need. You were able to maintain, keep pretty easily heading the correct direction. You don't. There's enough little like copses of trees and like random pine trees and stuff jutting out where you can kind of keep sort of a direction. Because otherwise in a flat area like that, it's easy to kind of wander in any given area. But you're able to kind of maintain it and keep heading. And after some time, I need everybody right now to make a. We're gonna call this an intuition plus vigilance. We can say nature on this one.
In nature. Okay, cool. That'll give me D8s. And then minus that.
Oh.
1 success.
You.
Net 2.
That one.
All right, so that would be Lucra and Ung. Ung, you actually notice as you're walking something kind of off towards your right, and immediately you both your eyes are drawn to it, and you notice that it is a massive cat-like creature who is sort of sneaking up on your location.
Thag.
Huh?
Jask. Big cat.
Is it long tooth cat?
Absolutely. And immediately, second you look over, you add a minute.
Oh no. That is true. I add a minute.
Uh-oh.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. Minute.
And this thing is very obviously hunting you. I would like everybody to go ahead and roll initiative.
I wouldn't like that though.
just give you a lay of the land here. This creature or the saber-tooth tiger is kind of hiding behind like some trees that are in off to your right a little bit that you're walking through. You're still standing on like open tundra. There's I mean, there's some elevation to it, like some hills here or there, but nothing really like that can cover you from where it's at. And then the opposite side of your group to it behind is there's a larger grouping of trees that is over there as well, probably I'd say 40 yards out. The cat, however, is probably 20 yards out.
Are we allowed to use seconds to re-roll for initiative as well?
You may.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna use 3 seconds for that.
We're
And
using,
re-roll all my dice.
we're using weaponry. Does that let you get an 8 for the second part of that, or does it not?
Yeah, hey, you have weaponry, so yes. And then you
Okay.
have you have tactics, so you can grant that to somebody else as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hunting javelins.
The atlatl is your friend here if you have one.
So, just a quick aside, Gavin, one of the things we should talk about, I've been allowing either, not both. So they can either upgrade their dice with their thing, or they can use tactics to upgrade somebody else's. But I've not been allowing.
I figure they have both aptitudes. That
You're the rules guy.
Yeah, I'm the rules guy, and it's worked out well because they only can grant it to one person. This is the first time we've really used it, but having to like them being able to grant it to one person, it feels like a good tactical kind of thing. Like I want this person to go first, or heavy, I think aids the thing. I've liked the feel of it so far.
This is why I hired people to write the rules.
Oh, I know right.
Boost the fog.
I
And I'll roll my
draw.
own dice now.
I have 2.
Okay,
Oh, do we also add distress dice on
Yeah,
initiative?
all rolls.
all rolls have a stress.
No, I don't like that. I don't like. Okay, good. I'm safe.
All right,
mean-
did anyone get a 4 or above?
Oh no! Why did you start with that number?
I always start with that number.
Oh, I thought it was because it's what they got.
No.
Okay.
Well, this time, ironically, yes.
You know
Thank
what? I
God,
don't want to
but
talk to you anymore.
Normally, I start at 4 because it's phenomenal success, and then I'll sort that out. But you get a 3, 2. Ah,
2.
okay. So,
2 twos.
would you
That
like
good
to
does
decide
not
who
count
goes?
higher than 2.
That goes before me for sure.
Okay, tag. Well,
Tag.
the way I do mine, generally, you act at the exact same moment, so it's not all that super. You can kind of choose in the moment who goes first when you're like that, if you're on the same initiative count. So depending on the tactical situation, you can work in tandem.
Somebody with the name Thag is going to be better at fighting this thing than me, so it's all Thag.
Thag picks berries. That's what Thag
Tag.
does.
He's a
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's the gatherer.
And then we got a 1 for Jast and Ung.
Yep.
0.
Oh, Jast got a 0.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was after I rolled the dice, so it was -1.
Oh yeah, because you lose your first turn if you get a negative on your initiative. So
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that I re-rolled that then. I didn't think it made a difference, but I was
Dude,
like, this is embarrassing.
it was the correct decision. Okay, so Jast, you are. What do you want to do? What is your decision?
This is a
Atlatl?
range thing. Yeah, that'll.
Okay, so you're gonna pull the Atlatl and use it, and so Jast, Atlatl is precise, and Jast has a special in Atlatl, so every 8 on a roll in this is 3 successes, is 3 hits. In our current, this was what I was telling you about the other day, James.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it, but at the same time, I don't know. We may have to change it.
Okay.
But it feels so fucking good. All right,
30 days to
Ooh.
change it before the editor gets a hold of it. So let's
we'll
talk
get-
about it.
we're almost there. Yeah.
What am I rolling for this?
Oh, that is that is coordination composure.
Composure. Okay.
Composure for the ranged attack, and There's no marksmanship in this because there's literally like one ranged weapon, so it's all rolled into weaponry. So it would be dumb just to have an aptitude for one weapon.
That's what these are for.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I do Ung does best. Play drums to inspire fighters.
Okay, you're gonna support with drum playing. Do your this is a performance roll. You're gonna roll a we're gonna call it coordination plus you know what? We'll call it empathy. And occult will work there.
Okay.
Lucro, what are you doing?
Dying most likely. Well, I'm gonna turn towards the thing and prepare myself to fight it, but I don't think it's my strong suit. So I'm gonna hold an attack for if it gets close to me.
Okay, and then Thag, what are you doing?
I throw hunting javelin and grab spear immediately
Okay.
to follow.
That one's a strength plus composure.
Strength plus composure.
And weaponry on that one. So the one that you're looking at, as it sees that you're engaged, it's going to.
Wait. I may be caveman, but you just said the one that you're looking
Yeah, no, I heard that too.
Yeah, you're right. Because I was about to let you know that the one you're not looking at is attacking you from the back at the same time.
Mhm.
So the one you're looking at is going to leap towards we'll call it Thag, definitely, because Thag was kind of leading the scouting there. And the other one that you didn't know was there is going to be swiping at your back, Ung. So I need you, Ung, to make a coordination plus reaction dodge roll.
Let me make this one first real quick. Not good. Okay, so coordination, reaction.
Come on, Ung. Come on, Ung.
You got this.
That's 2. I'm gonna spend a second to re-roll one of those dice. So that puts me at 12, which will bring me up a minute. And reset that back down to 1. Reroll that one. Still 2.
And roll. Okay. We fucking got 0. So it comes at you and attempts to swipe, and you had just you sat down to beat your drums just as its claw like swipes over top of your head. And the first one, the one that you do see, however, is going to be jumping at you, Thag, with a 4 on its attack roll. So you make a coordination reaction dodge roll, please.
Coordination, reaction, dodge roll. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Let me roll some dice. Including the distress dice.
Yes.
D4s can be difficult to pick up sometimes with other dice. And okay. I have 0 successes.
Ow is what we're
Ow.
going to say here. You just took 6 damage, and you are taking a wound off of that one. So let's do that. Also, earlier we screwed up Grievous, James. Grievous is the one that gives them distress die.
So
Based on...
Oh, yeah.
This is wounding. Wounding is this one. I realized it as soon as I read my note and was like, this thing has wounding, which is the correct term.
So
I trust you to be the rules guy, Gavin.
6
I know.
damage and how many wounds?
No, you take 6 damage, but you're gonna roll a d10 really quickly. If not, I can roll one for you real quick if you have
Great.
one handy. You put your arm up, your left arm up as it's coming, and it like hits right from your elbow all the way across, mangling your left arm. Your left arm is now unable to be used, and your coordination is reduced to a maximum of 2 dots. And you cannot operate any item or thing that would require both hands.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yes.
I needed an auto success.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll save it for the next round on these.
So you said I took 6 points of damage and how many wounds?
Just one wound. That one wound was it.
Okay.
It has it has wounding as part of its like condition when it does 6 or more damage in a swing. So that's what happens. Since you gained 6 damage from this attack, it is a wounding attack and therefore adds a wound to your track.
Okay.
Wounds can be removed through like basically supernatural means with certain manifestations later on. Lucra, or I'm sorry, Thag, you just got shredded up, but what was your roll on the at the same time you're launching that javelin at it as it's jumping at you, so what did you get?
What am I rolling for that?
That was a strength plus your composure.
Okay. For that, hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna. I didn't roll it yet. Strength plus composure. Make sure I'm getting this right. And 4 successes.
Wow. So I actually rolled 0 on the dodge roll,
Yeah,
which
you may have gangled my left arm, but I'm gonna mangle you.
I have 7
Hey.
dice on the roll and I got 0. So
You pull his tooth out and beat him with it.
yeah, it goes true, hits him directly in the neck as it does so. It's penetrating. You do 6 damage. I believe the damage on that's 2. Is it 2 or 3? Do you see it on
For
your...
javelin, I don't know. We picked
Okay.
those up. Normally, I use the long spear.
All right, give me a second. I think it's a 2. It's at the bottom of the character sheet. Yeah, it's 2. And it's penetrating, so it ignores up to 3 armor. So yeah, it sticks right in. You do 6 damage to this this one jumping in there. As it lands on your arm and mangles the shit out of you. Lucra, what happens as you see... Oh, Lucra is... We'll go to really fast while we're waiting for Lucra.
So, seeing how it tried to swipe me from behind.
No, what was your roll? You already chose
Yeah.
what you were doing this round.
Well, no. So I was playing my drums, but I'm saying because of that, it threw me way off, and I got a -1.
Okay. So
You know, play drums. Drums play you.
Yeah.
instead of aiding your team, you actually cause a distraction.
That's why I mangled the arm.
Yeah, you actually caused a distraction. We are going to say that
Is this attempt to stress?
we're gonna call that yourself, actually. Your next roll, you have an additional distress die.
Okay.
So what was that, Jess?
I was asking if this was a temporary distress die situation. In case you were like stuck, because I remember we did this previously.
Yeah, that's what it is. And
This situation that he got like messed up, his next roll will have an additional. Lucra, what'd you get?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't roll. So it's near enough for me to attack it.
Oh yeah, you were attacking it, so
I
I'm
did
the
lots
worst.
of damage.
I'm not going to do lots of damage. Just be aware of that. But I do get 2 hits.
unfortunately for you, it got 3 on the dodge. It was able
I actually
to.
also didn't roll my distress die. Okay. So cool. Yeah, I whiff, and that's just what my life is like.
Mm-hmm. That is
Yep.
what your life is like.
Mhm.
Jast,
Net 4.
net 4. Let me roll its.
Thanks to the Addle specialty and the Addle's ability. Otherwise, it would have been much lower.
Okay, so you it got 3, so you hit it for 1, which does a total of 3 damage. And what are you deciding to do now? This thing is way closer to you now, Jast. And you also know that on the other side of you, another has attacked you from behind. What is your choice after throwing the first javelin?
Oh, are both the beasts in range of all of us?
Yeah, pretty much. You could switch to a melee weapon to hit them from here, but they darted up on you to attack.
Okay, so I can't get too close to use the Addle, but I can use the bone axe. So
Or
I
the-
guess.
Don't you? Or the spear.
Oh yeah, right. That's.
Yeah.
I was
the-
thinking as a ranged weapon for a second, but that actually is a close range weapon.
Yeah, it is.
So I will do the spear. So that's going to be the 7
That's
dice.
strength plus. Yep, strength plus toughness with distress. Which one are you attacking? You attacking the one that came after
The one that's
Thag?
already been injured and has.
Then the one that's
forced
on
someone's arm up.
Thag's.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing?
The one that tried to swipe me, I'm wiping at him with my staff.
Okay. You're gonna try to beat him with the staff. So that is gonna be a strength plus where'd it go? Strength plus toughness on that.
Okay.
Lucra.
I guess I'll try to smash it in the head again real quick.
Okay. And our newly busted up Thag.
Spear.
Alright, so you're gonna come at it with a spear. That is a strength plus toughness. The one that has mangled you up decided to try to bite you this time.
Coronal flash.
Ah, yes!
Okay, so that one's
Should
gonna
have
be
done that the
down.
first time.
You probably should, but add a minute.
No problem.
Fucking rad.
Yeah.
Straight, we're going to be in the second hour and the third session.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Well, second
Matt's-
hour, second session. So
And then the first one is going to try to swipe at you again. I need you to make a coordination.
coronal
check.
flash.
Okay. Are you gonna? All right. Add a minute. And I would like you. Are you gonna parry this time
Well, yeah.
with
Yep.
your staff? All right. So I'm gonna let you know.
I blinded them with
I
eldritch
still-
energy.
I still rolled 4 successes, so I need you to make a parry check. That is a strength
How
plus
the auto
reaction.
success?
Huh?
You still have that auto success too.
I do, in fact, have that auto success. I didn't use it on this one because I rolled 4 successes on.
Yeah, Jesus.
So
Danger.
that extra D4 or the extra distress die, does that count on this one or my attack or both?
The way that you spent it on Coronal Flash before its attack, so it's technically there before your parry roll. So yes.
Okay. So add another D4 to this. So that comes out to be 0.
0.
Yes. I had a
That-
success, but distress die took it away.
You can spend any seconds on this?
I probably should, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can spend 1 second on it to reroll one of my d6s. And it still fails. I can do it up to 4
Again?
times. I can do it up to 4 times.
6.
Right?
6. You can
Six.
spend 6 seconds per turn.
Okay, I'll do it again. That gives me 1 success.
That is one that's better than what you had before.
Yeah.
Because before you were going to get an injury as well. However, this time, you only take 5 damage. As the claws kind of like you bring up your staff to block it, and its massive paw just goes like right through it and scratches you across the chest.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I cannot take another one of those.
No, you cannot. The other one, however, who is coming at Thag, is sufficiently blinded. I did have to use my auto success to even have 2. What is your dodge roll?
My dodge roll?
Yes, and you should make a coordination plus reaction.
My
Dodge
newly
or
lowered
parry.
Coordination?
Absolutely, yeah.
Jerky.
Were you at a coordination 3 before?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
It does. It does. 1 success.
Okay, so you actually, and you're wearing armor, so you only take 2 damage. Because you got thick, you get the thick leather.
Does that damage go against my health?
Yes.
Okay. Only take 2. Okay.
What are you at?
I'm at 4.
Oh God.
Because I took 6 from this.
And then 2 more. Yep.
And then 2
That's-
more. Yeah.
Yeah, you are. It's rough. It's rough
I'm
out
gonna be
there.
bear food in a minute.
It's rough out there for a Thag. All right, Thag. What was your roll?
To hit it.
Yeah.
All right. And that's going to be strength plus what?
Strength plus your toughness.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hang on a minute. There's a lot of dice for this. And okay. So that is all of 2 successes.
That's enough to stab it. I only got 1. So that is going to be 3 damage.
3 damage. Penetrating.
Oh,
Ignores 2
and
points of armor.
you actually drop it. So you're gonna come across and stab directly up and into its mouth, hitting it in the back of the throat, and it falls down dead in front of you.
Keep eating spear. Kitty.
And Lucra, what'd you get on your roll? I mean, you're gonna hit the thing that just went down, so
I got 0 hits on my roll.
that's okay. You whacked the body after, like, as soon as the spear hits there, you're coming in with your staff cracking it, as well as Jast is going to be stabbing it as well. The damage doesn't actually matter for those, so that's
Yeah.
the 3 of you just fucking hit it all at
I had
once.
4
and it goes down.
successes.
Oh,
Ripped by successes.
what did you get?
I got a net 0.
Yeah, it's gonna easily dodge that.
Yeah.
And what do you try to do this time?
Get away from it and get behind my friends.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to make a. You're gonna try to panic and get out of here a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm
God speaker, not fighter.
I need you to add a minute, Thag, because you're still in this sort of like predatory thing. And one of them just ripped your arm open, and I think that is exactly what you were afraid of predatory things about. So now, I'm gonna have you make a intuition plus wit in order to try to scramble away and not be seen by this thing, or have it like deal with something else. Tactics, I guess, would work here, but beyond that, I don't think you have much that's gonna.
Okay, so looking at chat, it looks like I just got D8s. Does
Yeah,
that apply
there
to
you go.
all of them, or just?
Yeah, you increase all of your die to all of your skill die to D8s on a roll if you don't
Okay.
have that. Basically, you're getting a
Yeah.
wild card aptitude.
Yeah. Okay, so intuition and what you said?
Intuition and wit.
Wit. Okay. I will get that
Mm.
set up. Thank you for that. I
He
need it.
may need it.
Nope.
Oh, Jast, what were you doing this round?
Getting forced to stab a thing that's already dead.
No. We're back in the talking about the next round. We're in the next round. now.
This
Yeah,
round.
Jast. Yeah. So I accidentally had called Ung first, but Ung is trying to get the hell away. Jast, what were you doing?
Trying to throw the adder at a thing that is still breathing and has fangs and wants to kill all my friends.
Okay. Are you at ladling it? You
yeah,
said
this is gonna be out loud.
Laddling.
at ladling. That is going to be a coordination plus composure
Okay.
roll. And Thag, what are you doing?
Spear charge, other one.
Okay.
Protect Ong.
We're going to call this a strength plus. You know what? We'll call it a vigilance this time. You're trying to protect somebody. So you're trying to actually actively get in the way and take its focus away. And Lucra, what are you doing?
I'm gonna have a vision. I want to know some things about the people that I'm around while they're distracted. So I'm going to look at Thag. No, I'm sorry. Jast seems to be the biggest threat to me. So while she is distracted, I'm going to ask the Cosmos. When does Jast get on the same page as me? Like, I would like to see what it requires for me to get her on my side, to get her to help me do what I need to do.
So you have to touch. You have to touch Jast for that.
I'm gonna reach out and just like with one hand try to touch her on the shoulder, like as if I'm
You're all standing in kind of the same place.
setting
so-
myself to see if she tries to stop.
Okay. So when is Jast going to join
My cause. I want to see
cause.
this vision around that. Basically, I want to see what it would be required for me to get her to go with me on my journey.
You see basically you standing over the body as of right now, and you know the future is not a solid thing.
Sure.
But standing over the body of a dead cave bear is basically what you're getting out of it.
All right, then I think it's kind of set in stone what I'm going to do from here on out.
Yep.
I'm going to stumble to the ground to one knee. That's it. That's my
Yep. And you added your minute.
Yep.
So while that's happening, though, the thing is going to attempt to. It's right there. Ung, I need you to make a coordination plus reaction dodge roll
Okay,
because this is you trying to like. It goes before you actually try to get away.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So just real quick, I can use seconds to reroll distress dice as well, right?
No, you can spend 6
No.
seconds to wipe out all of your distress dice from the
Okay.
roll.
Okay, no. So because I rolled from my my other one, so I just write down what I had.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got you.
All right, and then this, you said this is coordination, and what? Reaction.
Yeah, coordination reaction, or your parry, which is a strength plus reaction.
coordinate dodging. It's much higher chance of success.
Yeah, because you know.
Why you know Coronal Flash?
I know use Coronal Flash every round.
Oh, we can?
Yes, you can. If you have the minute to spend, you may spend it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Rack
I was
up
thinking-
that time, baby.
Look, I'm used to short rest, long rest stuff coming back.
Get them hours up, baby.
No,
Yeah,
it's just
no.
it's gonna hurt you, but you can do it.
Yeah, no, Coronal Flash, yeah.
Yeah, just gonna let you know it's that probably gonna matter. It fucking mattered. What's your dodge roll?
I'm gonna spend 2 seconds to re-roll 2 of them real quick. A 1.
A 1. Well, it does 2 damage to you.
Okay.
It gets a 0, but it has a 2 damage on its claw. So you actually kind of like get away, and you feel a lot better with this hit than you do the last one.
Yeah.
As it gets through some of your ritualized clothing here, knocking some of the feathers that are held onto your hides loose, but you are able to start running away. Thag, what did you get?
I got 2 successes, but I lost one because of my distress dice. But I burned 6 seconds, so I got it back.
Yeah.
Now I'm at
It's-
12 seconds.
And you go up a minute.
Yep, you're.
Eh,
It's so cool watching people do the things that are in this game.
Yay.
2 success.
2 successes.
Yes.
I mean, that's enough to hit it. You can only get 2 successes on the dodge, so you actually do 3 damage to it.
Penetrating.
Yes. It will ignore any armor.
Make
Which
a
I actually
cat
don't.
kebab.
Yeah, the cat kebab. A cat bob, if you will. Lucra.
This is bad fun.
Yeah. So now I am reinvigorated with the knowledge of what I must do. I'm going to try to smash this cat in the head. And I'm going to roll 0 on that roll.
Wow.
Yeah. So earlier, when we first began, I believe Jast's question is, "Are you a warrior?" I'd like to answer that at this point with a
No.
most resounding no.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you swing at the cat, and it just not even looking at you, instinctively knew you were coming, and kind of bounces off to the side as you go like clank against the ice on the ground. What did you actually get on your?
I got
I'd roll.
3.
We lost.
We lost Reed.
He'll be back, I'm sure.
Yep. Here he comes.
Whoops. All right. What'd you get?
3. Trying to escape to get away from it.
Yeah, it actually seems to be dealing with other things now. You feel that you are not the target of its ire. Jast, what'd you get?
I got 8 successes because of
8?
Seattle. Yes.
Holy shit!
That's why I was holding up my dice screen, because both of the composure dices that I had, which were the 8-sided dice, came up 8s. So since each of them counts as 3, and one of the other 8-sided dice and one of the 6-sided dice came up as a success as well. And the 1 in
Whoa.
4 chance of getting a distress die 1 didn't happen. I have 8 successes.
Hold on.
This is
8
a little
successes.
OP.
It got 4 successes on the dodge. Not that matters too much because you still do 6 goddamn damage to it.
Just obliterate kitty.
So basically, like, as this thing kind of like swipes, like gets a good swipe in at your back, a massive the javelin from the atlatl just sticks directly in its chest, and it roars loudly as Jess, what are you doing now?
Is it down?
No,
Oh,
no, but it's a little wobbly, you can say. That javelin went in deep. Like, you're surprised that you did not pierce this thing's heart.
Gonna do that again. Probably not as successfully because that was one lucky shot, but
Mhm.
do that again.
And
First,
what are you doing?
I'm far enough away from this thing where I'm out of swipe range, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to grab like a rock or something and throw it at it.
All right. Why don't you make a strength plus well, or call it toughness. Strength plus toughness.
Okay.
If you have weaponry counts as rock.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, didn't think you did.
No, I don't even have strength. I'm just mad.
Lucra, what are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna try to hit it with a stick again.
All right. And Thag.
Me continue to put body between Ung and Big Kitty and
Okay.
attack with spear again.
Well, I'm just gonna let you know, Big Kitty turns around and fucking runs because Big Kitty's got 2 HP.
Me
so-
too.
Hunting javelin then.
Well, you weren't aware it was good, so you stab at it, but you're not able to switch in time. The Atlatl, however, is still going off on this round, so Jast has a chance to drop it with this last throw.
Do I still get a throw with the rock too?
Yes, you do.
I hope that rock does it so bad.
They fucking bonks it, yeah. All right, Ung, what did you get?
You know what? I'm gonna spend 3 more seconds to re-roll. 3 successes.
I'm just gonna let you know the rock did it because I rolled 6 ones on this dodge roll. So basically, like, you're gonna launch this big rock and it's gonna crack this thing in the head and drop it on the ground. And then what was your lateral chest?
that was a total of 3.
Okay. As
after
it
my
hits the
reroll.
ground, another lateral javelin just shoves right into its hide at the side. And you have dropped it, though have taken your own wounds, so to speak.
Bump. How do you pronounce his name? Lurkera. Lurkera.
You can just
Uh,
say the outcast.
See, Lukra Ung, dangerous warrior today.
Like there is you can only see my eyes through the mask, but my eyes are like wide and respectful and afraid of this group of people that I have found myself in.
And then I look down and go, ah! My arm is shredded. Ah!
Yeah.
Ah!
Someone.
Ah!
May need to make a medicine check on that.
So actually, immediately, Lucura will reach up under his clothing and start pulling out little vials of things. When I say vials, it's just little clay pots. Do we have clay technology?
No,
No.
clay does not exist yet.
It is little packets of things.
It's
that-
leather. Everything would be in a leather, like
Or a leaf or a
Or
leather.
leaves.
leaves or something like that. Yeah.
So he'll pull out little poultices. I actually have specialization here.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try to roll to stabilize his wound at the very least.
Ah.
Okay.
I dropped to one knee. I'm going faint.
Actually, do this. This is
Me too.
Oh no! I made the same character as you. I did not mean to. I swear.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, no, they didn't. He said he was driving to his knees, not rolling as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, I thought he was saying he also
No.
he was also a healer.
No, I'm God Speaker.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
why I
yeah.
play drums. Talk. To
They take
Andrew.
they take the shamanistic role of things.
I didn't
Yeah.
even realize you were a healer. Way to
And-
be.
Not D10s, goddammit, D8s. What's wrong with you? You developed the system. You can remember this. I promise. Okay, so on the first, oh, I'm up to 2 distress dice now. So on the first medicine roll, I am going to roll a normal success, and I am trying to stabilize Thag's wounds to make sure that he does not lose his arm later.
Yeah, so basically, you're able to take these. It's basically bark that you've peeled off of pine trees and used as like a. It's you use it as like a wrap or a poultice, so you like get it around and sort of tie it down with a kind of twine that's got the stuff on it. But it is a soothing. It stings at first, Thag, but after a moment or two, it starts to kind of soothe the wound a bit. You are still wounded and unable to use it properly, but it is not going to get worse as is or infected. It is protected from those issues.
And now I'm going to move to Ung, who is clearly also badly wounded.
Yeah, I
So
don't have any.
not with a wound, but
Yeah, I don't have any wounds, but I am.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hurt.
I'm now at 5 minutes. Does that give me another distress dice?
At 6, you will get a third.
Okay.
So that's going to be, again, 1, because of that fucking distress died.
Yeah, medicine like this or triaging will over time allow you to heal faster than normal. Sort of how.
So so again, normal success. I just sort of look at Ung's wounds and try to just make sure that they don't get infected.
Yeah, pretty much. And then Jast is like untouched mostly.
Yeah, no, she managed to not be did a lot more damage before things could actually get their fangs into her.
Yeah.
She's like looks like she's been fighting really hard, but she's actually completely fine physically speaking.
So yeah, you've reached pretty much the end of the day, or getting towards the end of the day. After you've had time to like get wounds and get back on the trail. And after a little while, you see from, on the horizon these kind of like shards or jagged things of ice like shooting up out of the tundra, which were mentioned before. You do get, and as you get closer to them, you notice that they are, they're massive. They're the size of, like 10 men on their feet, and they seem to be part of a area of tundra that's been shattered or broken open in some way. And you very, very obviously see a trail that's leading down into the breakage further. As you get there, there are 2 massive, like what look like trees that have been chopped down and stuck up, and at the top of each one is a huge mastodon head on either side, sort of marking the or skull, sort of marking the territory of the Neanderthals. This is something that you are aware that they have done in the past, or they use bones to kind of mark their area. This is a common thing. And you believe you have found the home of the Neanderthals who have taken your people. Unfortunately, the fights you've had today have slowed you down and kept you from being able to keep up, or to catch them before they got here, but you are now here. And the night is starting to fall. And this is where we will close out for the evening.
We are here.
Mm-hmm. So, I hope everybody had fun. That was interesting. I've always wanted to have people fight saber-toothed tigers.
I think that was the closest I came to death in a long time.
Yeah. Oh, people die in this game a lot.
I probably die next session.
But you don't really die. You'll see it next
Yeah.
session. I guarantee you'll see it. Like someone will drop.
Yeah.
But
It's voluntary, basically. Like if it's thematically appropriate for your character to die, then you can have them die, and it has a restorative effect of their heroic final stand has a restorative effect.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, they just will either make some kind of dark bargain or be wounded.
Yeah. I was reading through that in the book, the different options we got.
Yeah.
So it is kind of cool.
I mean, but it was fun, everybody. I hope that everybody will be able to join next week. I hope that Raven will be able to pick back up with us as well, and hopefully James, if he can join
I'm
us
gonna
again.
try my best, man. This is a blast. It's the
Cool.
5th time I've ever played my game. I loved it.
Well, hopefully, and we'll finish up the adventure on
I'm
the Ice
so
Age.
angry every time a roll didn't go my way because it's like I designed the system, so it's almost like 7 years ago I kicked myself in the nuts tonight.
Yeah, I'm screwing me. It's my
Yeah.
fault. Yeah.
I did this to me. But to be fair, that's how I feel every time something goes wrong in my life.
I mean,
did it to me.
it's just like having children.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got so
Yeah.
many children, I know.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes the children legitimately do kick you in the nuts, and you
Mhm.
have to say, "I did this to me.
Yep.
Many
It
times.
was me. I
Yeah.
did it to me."
When you get no sleep at night because they're crying or all that, you did it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever tell you about the
Here,
time
honey,
that
time for some NyQuil, but I'm not sick. I
when
know.
Annie was pregnant with Aiden and I hugged her while she was pregnant and he kicked me in the nuts before his birth? That happened to me. That's a real thing. So,
I never
Yep.
regret having children more than when I take them camping. The worst toddlers camping is probably a specific part of hell that many people are in.
You
Yes, see,
brought
I never-
toddlers camping.
I never would have even tried it. Nope.
Oh God,
Oh.
it's
Camping is
especially
great.
yeah, just not even. But anyway,
But anyway, yes.
yeah, we're gonna wind
Well,
down
it
instead of
would
just
be
talking like random here, everybody.
horrifying
Thank you for
words.
joining us. We're gonna be rating somebody, I imagine. I would like to thank everybody for the donations this evening. They will be going to one of the numerous causes for against the anti-trans bills that are popping up all over the country. And next week we will be closing out our adventure in the Ice Age. I hope that you'll be able to join us. And as always, thank you for watching here at Midnight Monday. I am Gavin, the director, and the official third wheel of the Midnight World. I'm going to let everybody kind of do a sign off here. We'll start with Pixie.
I'm Pixie. I play Jas tonight. I still don't have anything to plug, but I hope everybody has a good and restful evening after watching this Neanderthal violence.
Unstable Dragon.
Yeah, Unstable Dragon, or go by Phil as well. You can find me on Twitter at Unstable Dragon X, or you can also find me at the Games Tavern, where I DM a adventure through the world of Eberron every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. The crew over there right now, they're in the middle of a airship fight up in the skies. So we'll see what happens this week. See if anybody falls down out of the ship. Can't wait.
Reed.
Hey, I'm Warrior Streak on social media. You can find me on at the Games Tavern on social media as well, along with the entire cast and crew of the Games Tavern. I am the Dungeon Master on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction, which will be premiering on May 5th. And I'm also the producer behind the scenes on a lot of other stuff. And it was so nice to be invited to play with you guys and experience this joy that this is of this game system. And thank you so much.
And James.
I'm James. I am the co-designer and creator of the Midnight World, and I cannot tell you guys, especially over the past probably 6 to 9 months, I've really been buckling down and working on the game itself, and it has become a somewhat thankless and tireless task because I have not been able to play it or run it. And I kind of knew that Gavin was out here running it with an active gaming community, but I also I knew it, but I didn't know it because I didn't come and see it for myself. And so tonight I was given enough time to get away and see this. And you guys, this is you guys are literally a dream come true for me. So thank you so much for showing up and for enjoying the game. And that's all I have. Thanks.
All right. Well, I think that's it. And signing off tonight from the compound. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you next week.